this is Coach Keisha from CoachKeisha.com, and I am so excited today. Today I am talking to a very lovely young woman. Her name is Dana Kerferd, and she is from GirlPower and Good Guys, and we are just going to have a conversation about friendship. Because in middle school and high school, friendship is something that is really important to teen girls, and it really can be like a friendship roller coaster. And Dana is a friendship expert. So please welcome Dana. Dana, thank you so much for being here with us today. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to chat with you. My name is Dana Kerferd. I'm the founder of a program called GirlPower and Good Guys. And we're really a friendship program for children, but teaching children really what's normal in a friendship, the difference between healthy and unhealthy friendships, and how to put out what we call friendship fires. So I actually started the program back in 2009 as a teacher, classroom teacher at a private school in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Mm-hmm. And I found that my students, particularly my girls at the time, weren't doing very well on the math test if they'd had a fight with a friend. And, weren't writing very beautiful stories if they'd had a fight with a friend. And I remembered what it felt like to be them. I was a very sensitive and emotional girl growing up and struggled with some of those mean girls that we hear about. So I did what all teachers do. I researched and tried to find a program out there for my girls. And I couldn't find anything that was really skills-based, practical, step-by-step, and that tuned into the specific issues that girls were dealing with. So I did a whole bunch of research, and then I put together a 6-week after-school club, and I decided to call that club Girl Power. I had 53 girls sign up for that first session, jam-packed into my little classroom week by week. Awesome. And yeah, it was so cool. Those 6 weeks truly changed my life. I saw that quiet, shy, timid girl. I saw her start to walk a little taller and start to use her voice. And I saw that other girl who was maybe trending down, that mean girl path that we hear about. I saw her soften and find a more kind of tender approach because she too needed some help and some strategies. So since then, I've worked with tens of thousands of girls, parents, and educators around the US, Canada, and Australia. And then we launched GirlPower's brother program, Good Guys, in 2014. So working with the boys as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love your story. I love your compassion and your ambition to really spread friendship and girl power across the world, it sounds like. And your story sounds really similar to mine. I used to be a teacher too, and a school counselor. And
cool.
And it was actually me being in the schools. That's whenever I saw the need. I saw that a lot of girls were struggling with self-esteem and body image issues and just having a hard time talking to people about it. And so that's kind of what led me on my journey. And so I really resonate with you, on your story on why you started this business. So
yeah. I love it. I love teachers are just the best, I have to say. I just love my teacher friends.
Yeah.
But it's true, I guess. I mean, we're really on the ground floor with the kids, seeing exactly where their struggles are. And I know there's just tons of research behind social emotional learning and the links to well-being. And a child cannot flourish in school until they feel at ease and comfortable and safe. And, their relationships are a huge, huge part of that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about some of the challenges that girls face, like in middle school and high school regarding friendships. What's a few of the main things that you hear whenever you're working with girls?
Yeah, well, first of all, I will mention our program is specific to pre-teens, actually. We work with children in grades 1 to 6.
Okay.
The reason for that is that we believe really strongly in teaching these girls the skills and boys the skills at a young age so that when they move into teenhood, they have a really strong foundation and a toolkit full of skills and language to be able to manage this stuff. But the stuff that we're teaching applies to teenagers, it applies to adults, it's all the same. Specific to your question though, what are some issues that we hear from girls around picking and choosing friends? I think one of the biggest mistakes that girls make is that they limit their friend search to within the walls of their classroom. They think that they can only be friends with the kids in their class, and that they're not really as eager to seek friendships with girls who are older than them or perhaps younger than them. So we really encourage them to extend their friend search beyond those walls. I think another mistake that girls sometimes make is they're drawn to people who are popular instead of perhaps choosing friendships based on compatibility. Similar interests, likes and passions, and forming those friendships rooted in those kinds of things. Another mistake girls sometimes make is waiting for an invitation. They wait to be invited into the group. They wait to be invited into the social project or whatever it is. And so we want girls, after they attend GirlPower, to no longer wait. They're the ones inviting other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a few things. We really want kids to understand that every friendship is different. That's actually GirlPower's friendship fact number 2. Every friendship is different, and that what works with one friend might not work with another friend. Not every friend has to be your best friend. So you might have that friend that you work really well with on school projects. You do an awesome job when your teacher puts you in groups, but maybe things don't go so well with that friend at recess time. Does that mean they can't be your friend? Of course they can be your friend, and you should work on school projects with that person. So really identifying like what works and what doesn't work with certain friends.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's some conflict resolution mixed in with there too, with the curriculum.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? We call a fight with a friend a friendship fire. And that's a term that's really resonated with the children, and so much so that we've trademarked the term because, it's really kind of central to our program. We want kids to know that, and it's actually friendship fact number 1, no friendship or relationship is perfect. That conflict is a totally normal part of a relationship, of a friendship, and that you can put out these friendship fires. So we teach them how to put out friendship fires step by step. They do a ton of role playing and practicing. Another kind of important part of our program is helping children identify the difference between normal conflict, which we call friendship fires, versus mean on purpose behavior. So we don't use the word bullying. I don't like the word bullying. It's totally misused. Sometimes kids don't know what it means. Parents don't know what it means. So instead, we use the term mean on purpose because kids understand what that is. So we're kind of classifying conflict into those 2 categories, and then we teach them what to do in each of those scenarios.
I like that, mean on purpose. Yeah.
Because it's all about intent.
Yeah, and the term bullying, it is kind of overused quite a bit. And we know that girls bully a little differently, right? It's called relational aggression. It's not always physical. It's not always pushing somebody down on the playground. Girls can spread a rumor or gossip or roll their eyes or post something mean online, or, that's kind of how girls bully a little bit more emotionally. So
yeah. I will say though, with our program, we've discovered that a lot of the stuff typically attributed to girls, the boys are experiencing as well. The difference is that boys aren't talking about it. So when girls are doing things, the gossiping, the silent treatment, exclusionary tactics, alliance building, all of that stuff, boys are actually doing that as well. But they're managing it in a different way.
Yeah. Okay, so what can parents do? Parents and educators, what can we do to help our girls learn these friendship facts and to encourage them to choose healthy and wise friendships?
Yeah, well, I think Probably the biggest mistake that adults make is telling girls to just ignore it. Just
Mhm.
ignore her. She's just jealous. So
Mhm.
just ignore her, avoid conflict, and she's just jealous. Cut down the other girl.
Mm.
So that doesn't actually give a child any sort of strategies to manage conflict. It reinforces a girl's instinct to avoid conflict because girls naturally seek harmony in their relationships. They naturally want to be liked and get along with one another.
Mhm.
Because of that, they fear and avoid conflict, and that feeling's reinforced when a grown up says, "Just ignore her. She's just
Mm.
jealous." So we want to teach kids that, hey, conflict is a normal part of any relationship
Definitely.
and you can survive it. You know, you can put out that fire and you can get your friendship back healthy again. So we
Mhm.
use a visual tool called a friendometer in our workshops, to helping children recognize the difference between healthy and unhealthy friendships. So we actually compare it to food. So why do we eat healthy food? Fruits, vegetables, water, and milk. What's that all about? Well, they give us amazing answers like healthy food makes us strong and it helps us grow and it gives us energy and helps us learn. Healthy friendships are the same. You know, they feel
Mhm.
good and they give us what we need and they help us grow. Unhealthy friendships are kind of like unhealthy food. If we filled up on it, we feel bad. We feel dragged down. We get a stomach ache and a headache. So we want parents to just, you know, have these conversations with their daughters and link their daughters to the friendometer within their friendships. You know, wow, I noticed when you're hanging out with Sophie that you really feel happy and you have so much fun. It seems like it's easy. You guys have a great time. But I noticed when you're hanging out with Josie, you know, things don't go so well and you seem kind of dragged down. Having those conversations is so important. You know, role modeling for your daughters, showing them how to manage conflict in a healthy way. I will say, I've been in hundreds of schools now around the world, and I see sometimes the moms on the playground in the parking lot whispering and gossiping. And
Mhm.
when their daughters see them do that, yeah, they go to school the next day and whisper and gossip with their friends.
Yeah.
They think that's what us girls and women do.
Mhm.
So role modeling, we do a ton of role playing as well, practicing standing up for ourselves, practicing, you know, our appropriate body language, making sure that we have those scripts really locked in so we know what to say and what to do the next time we experience it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
So modeling appropriate behavior, role playing, and then also encouraging them to try to work it out and have communication with their friends.
absolutely. I think I will say the number one reason that girls have told us that they don't open up to their moms, dads, or even their teachers is because they are worried we're going to make it worse. They are worried that their mom's going to call the other girl's mom. They're worried that I'm going to tell the principal and the principal's going to call them down for a meeting.
That is
They're
so true.
worried that we're going to make it worse. So the message that we want to give our daughters is, you got this. You can do this. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to support you from the sidelines, give you lots of tips and strategies. But ultimately, you can do this. And really, for parents, just capitalizing on those teachable moments. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those teachable moments when we witness our daughter, you know, not standing up for herself, or we witness our daughter, you know, demonstrating maybe some unkind body language. Use that as a teachable moment because those are golden.
Yeah. This program just sounds amazing. And I love that you guys are starting at first grade.
Yeah.
First grade, that's awesome because, back when I was a middle school counselor, I mean, something was going on every day regarding girls and friendships, and I
Yeah.
don't want to be her friend anymore, and I don't know, we can't work this out. And one lesson that I really tried to instill is that if this is your real friend, and if this is somebody who you admire, you value, and somebody who you feel good around, and you guys both, encourage each other, then you work it out because real friends are hard to find. And for some
Absolutely.
reason, just that whole mentality of, oh, we had a fight, we're not friends anymore. That's the mentality. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, it's work it out. It's conflict resolution. So
Yeah.
I love that you guys are starting at such a young age. That's just amazing.
I think it's everything, honestly. I think that we need to teach kids as soon as we possibly can these skills. So it just becomes second nature, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you're right. Like their instinct is to end the friendship because
Mm-hmm.
conflict is so uncomfortable. So kids will
Yeah.
say, "You're not my friend anymore." Or as they get older, they don't tell their friend that they're not their friend anymore. They just decide in their mind. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jessica is so not my friend anymore, but they don't tell Jessica. They just act like Jessica doesn't exist all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
So, another part, you know, we're teaching kids how to make it right again because
Yeah.
a little kid's natural instinct um, to apologize, to say sorry, is this sorry with a big smile on their face. So, you know, working both ends of the equation of the conversation, teaching kids how to make it right, how to put out the fire with a genuine, sincere apology, or you know, just having a conversation.
Yeah. Being empathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like this is
So,
your friend. This is
yeah.
someone you want to get it from the unhealthy zone to the healthy zone again, and that's easily done through an open, honest conversation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And all of these skills can be used for adults too. They can use these skills for the rest of their life.
Exactly. Like these are universal relationship strategies. And I truly believe that if children practice at a young age with their friendships, which are kind of like their most intimate relationships now, it will apply to future relationships, romantic relationships, you know, professional relationships. And research has come out that jobs in the workforce that require technical skills have gone down because humans are being replaced by robots, but and computers. But jobs that require interpersonal skills like teamwork and networking and that social emotional stuff, those jobs have gone up. And so this is everything, you know, to prepare children for real life, as we call it, you know, when they get out into the real world. They need to know how to get along with others and how to manage conflict in a healthy way.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, Dana, I love it. I just am a full supporter of your program. I'm so excited for you and everything that you're doing all across the world. So that's it's just amazing to me. So how can my viewers get in touch with you? How can they follow you and find out what's going on with your movement?
For sure. Well, thank you so much. And I love the work that you're doing too, by the way. You know, I just am so excited when there's other people in the world who are, you know, supporting girls and all about that girl empowerment thing. It's
Yeah.
everything. So our website is youarestrong.com. That's letter U, letter R, strong.com. We actually have a professional development and training event coming up in Banff, Canada, Rocky Mountains. If anybody wants to come up and do some skiing. But it's a full day training on our curriculum, and we've got lots of events coming up and a blog full of advice, lots of articles. And then for parents of daughters, if there are any parents with young girls at home, we've got a book called The Friendship Project, and it's a series of 12 activities for parents to kind of keep this conversation going at home with their daughter and give her lots of support and strategies.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, say your website one more time.
It's youarestrong.com.
Youarestrong.com. Okay, awesome. So check her out, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much, Dana, for speaking with me and taking the time to chat. This was an awesome chat about girl power. All moms, all parents, all educators need to hear this. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome, very welcome. All right, say bye to everybody.
Bye.